the Jewish people went through the Holocaust, which went from 1939 to 1945. Once the Holocaust was over, we didn't waste a minute writing about what happened, speaking about it loudly, developing organizations that would ensure that survivors were taken care of. And once again, as you said, that future generations would know the Holocaust happened, and that we would fight against any such terrible tragedy happening again. Were the Jewish people helpful with the Rwandans, with yourself, in terms of helping to develop a structure to work with the survivors, to get your voice out there?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. I trust me today, an idea crossed my mind that there is a time I'm going to write a book sharing what I went, my life in America, how I was received in the Jewish community, and how I felt. So the Jewish community, the way they made me feel matters more than anything I can say. I can say that I experienced a healing only through the Jewish community. So what I'm trying to say is that I felt welcomed and I felt loved and I felt that I am one of theirs. When I have, even today, when I have to go somewhere, now that I am traveling, I am traveling to attend a conference in the UK about combating anti-Semitism. One thing that crosses my mind is that, do I have someone who can introduce me to the community member? Because I know they are the ones who are going to receive me and arms open wide. And that's really something that is, precious and priceless that the Jewish community did to me. And that played a huge role in my life, especially for the reconstruction of myself when I was in America. Yeah, I remember they were the first ones in Utah to invite me to speak to a school. A friend of ours, she invited me to speak to a school. And since then, when I saw the courage of the Holocaust survivors and the resilience and Holocaust museums everywhere, I was inspired and I was always seeking their help, and they were ready to help. They told me it's a Jewish culture. I knew I was welcome to ask for help, or if I need an information, they will be the first ones to be there. So if I have to say one word, is that they have been there for me, but for my family. Matter of fact, our first daughter, we named her after a rabbi in Utah, Congregation Kolami. So we decided to name her Ilana because the rabbi, Ilana Schwartzman of Congregation Kolami, Salt Lake City, everybody, they made us feel like a family. And I am so, so thankful for that. And of course, I learn a lot from them.
Providence, we're going to wrap up the interview in a couple of minutes. Before we do, I have to ask you, as I ask many of my guests, especially those who are not Jewish, with all that you know about the Jewish people and all that you know about Israel and how we operate, what we do, how we live, why are we so hated?
I don't understand. Because for me, if there is a good community that I know, it's a Jewish community, like I said. I don't understand why good people that I was privileged to meet can be hated this much. I don't see what they are doing wrong to be hated. That's why I don't understand why someone will have to deal with hatred towards somebody who is not going to hate them back. it's something that I struggle understanding. Why would you hate, hate and hurt as well this community? Of course, when I feel like that, because I don't understand why they have to be this hatred keeps, raising, I am going to be a voice in this as well, to bring the reality of the Holocaust and combating anti-Semitism in our community to the people who need to know the reality, who need to understand the truth of what's happening, in the world of today, especially with the propaganda and the social media input in terms of, spreading the hate. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't understand why this hatred keeps rising, but I'm gonna be one of those voices.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for doing that.